shouldn't trouble ourselves. For me, I don't think that Simon Ekpa is a problem of Nigeria. I don't think so. I think that our leaders should focus on Nigerian problems, and they should try to, make their to govern Nigeria very well, and to deliver Nigeria from this type of problem that we find ourselves. Nigerians are crying for hungry. There is a great hunger in the land. People are suffering here and there. The misery is too much. So I don't know why they focus on Simon Ekpa. It's not the problem of Nigeria. After all, if Simon Ekpa comes up now, ask Nigerians to support him, that he will deliver Nigeria. So many of Nigeria can support him because Nigeria wants a person who will deliver them. Do things well. If you are ruling Nigeria, if you are governing very well, Nigerians will not complain. And talking about Simon Ekpa, I don't know what Simon Ekpa has to do with the problem of Nigeria for now. He's not inside Nigeria. He's not in Nigeria. He's very far from Nigeria, in another country. And Nigeria is facing something terrible. People are dying. People are suffering. What is the problem with Simon Ekpa? He said he's not a Nigerian. Nobody will force him to be a Nigerian. But us that are Nigerian, what is our situation? What are we facing? Nigerians are dying every day, and they're talking about Simon Ekpa. Don't deceive the people. Solve the problem of the country. That's what we expect from our leaders. Not talking about Simon Ekpa, who is not even in Nigeria. If somebody say now, I'm not in Nigeria, the person is free. And the person gets out of Nigeria, the person is still free. Many Nigerians sign the nationality of other countries. There is no harm in it. So I don't think it's a problem of Nigeria.
What is the reaction? 50 million Biafrans have voted yes for self-referendum. 50 million. That is a great news, of course, for all believers of Biafran restoration. What is your reaction regarding this?
Okay, it is the fault of our leaders. Because if you're a father in a house and you are unable to feed your children, you are unable to make them comfortable, the children will be running helter-skelter. And anybody can decide to adopt them. Anybody, even if in America, if you are unable to manage the situation of your family, another person can take over. I think the 50 million people is because of what is happening in Nigeria that they are now, deciding to leave Nigeria. Because each and everybody want to be saved. They want to be delivered from the hellfire, that is reigning in Nigerians are in hell. People are suffering. Who is happy to go on with this? Let me tell you, when Mama Gaddafi was president of Libya, whenever any citizen of Libya, whenever they travel to America, is for maybe for school or for a course, and they will try their best to run whatever they want to do there very quick and go back to their country because they have nothing to they don't envy America. Their life in America is not better than their own country. It was like that in Libya. But okay, today, see, Nigerians are being disgraced. We are being disgraced to the worst. You see, for a Nigerian man to go to America today, you will go for interview. They will interview you. You will beg. They will interview you and they see if you are, I don't know. But for Americans to come here, they will beg America, come here, come, there is a place, come and do what Jordan. So,
Okay, while the advert is playing, let me welcome you guys to this broadcast. Welcome back again. Thank you so much for your time, and please like the video, comment, and tell us where you are watching us from. This is our second broadcast this morning, and we are here again because we want to react to some of the things that is trending, especially things that concern our freedom and people, things that PM shared on his platform, and other things that we need to look into to understand why those things are the way it is. So the man that you are listening to, that you just heard him saying something, which we are going to still play it to the end. He happened to be Nigerian, okay, and the issue of Nigerian government going after Simon Ekpa, that they're going to Finland, foreign minister promising them that they're running up on PM. They were celebrating about it, but unfortunately, they don't pay attention to what the lady said in details, because she made it clear that everything must go through the rule of law. And rule of law is something that Nigerian government hate to discuss. They don't want to talk about it. In fact, it is something that they forbid to hear about. So I will not waste much of your time. Let's continue listening to this our brother, or this our friend, this man, you may say, because I don't know if he's a Biafran or not. But be it as it may, let's hear from him until the video will get an end, so we can now summarize it.
Life was at least manageable in Nigeria. That's what wouldn't have happened. So if people are running helter-skelter, they want to save their head. Suffering and pain, usury doesn't too much work with our body. People want to eat well, sleep well. Look at a country where everything is a problem. The price of fuel is on very high level, very high price of fuel. See it, you still have scarcity of fuel. Look at in Nigeria, you suffer for everything. You suffer to eat. You suffer even to spend that money when you have it. You just suffer for everything: food, electricity, accommodation. Houses today, the house we were renting for 200,000. Tomorrow they will come and give you another notice that as from henceforth you'll be paying 500,000, from 200 to 500. And it's not that the salary is increasing for poor masses; it is the same salary. People are managing. Nigerians do say we will overcome it, we will adapt to it. But now, water don't pass Gary. They are unable. They can't adapt themselves again. The situation is out of hand. Many women are divorcing because no way, even no way inside, no way outside. Everywhere is home. Nigerians are caged. They are in hellfire. I will tell you that Bible talk about hell. But every poor man in Nigeria, or poor masses, or most Nigerians, many of them, if after suffering here, Jesus come tomorrow and tell that one that, my dear, you didn't meet up with my demand, you are going to hell. The person will say, no problem, because he's accustomed to hell. Nigeria is a hellfire. They have been suffering. The person has been suffering in hell. If you say continue to hell, no change, because in the same hell he has started, is accustomed to hell. Here is becoming hellfire. If you are not, those who are not too much in that hellfire, unless if your father is the president of Nigeria, or your father is one of the senators or the governor, then you don't have problem. You don't have problem of money. You may be eating well. But if your father is not a minister, not a president, not a senator, not in the House of Assembly, your name now, sorry. Your name now, sorry. Your own is just, you are born, you suffer, you die, without saying a word. Because the new system now is to cage citizens, is to, press you in a way that you are suffering, you can't say anything. You should die like a strangled animal. Even God who created us did not create us to be like this. But you, human being, you are born in Nigeria like every other Nigerian. Because you had opportunity to be, I don't know, at the head, you start to press Nigerians. The money we are talking about is not your money. The resources you are selling is not your own. You made the fuel, you made all the mineral resources. It's not for your father, it's not for your mother. It's for the public. It's God made it for Nigerian citizens. Give us what belongs to us. It becomes a problem. Only one man. Many of them are behaving like babies. Imagine that you will reach in a compound of one man. You see cars. What are you doing with all those cars? Nigerians will pack money until the money will start to rot. And people are suffering. It's too much. If those people have, you are talking about 50 million since referendum or whatever, that want to follow someone. Everybody, imagine if American president land in Nigeria now and say, who want to follow me? You yourself tell me how many people will follow.
I will be the first.
And the whole Nigerians will follow. They want to live. And you, who is sitting, I don't know where they are sitting. Are they sitting at Abuja or whatever? Wherever you are sitting, and you call yourself a leader. With this situation that people are going through, if you stand here now and say, who will follow Nigerians? I tell you, unless those who are benefiting somehow will follow you. It's not many Nigerians who will not. If American president is standing here and calling, and Nigerian whatever is standing here and calling, who will follow me? Who do you think that people will follow? They will follow the American president where they will live well. So if someone else say, people follow me, I will do well, and they are sure that they will do well. What do you think they will do? People want to save their head. That is it. People want to save their head.
Okay, that is the end of the video. All right. Why I play this video is because it's not as if we don't know this. We do, but just to remind us, the calling for freedom is not calling for war. And PM, Biafran government in exile, and Biafran that are made of the cabinet are doing very, very excellent job. And some of the things they're doing have been the things that Biafrans under Mas Namadekano, we are begging Biafrans to work towards that. I remember when Mas Namadekano was having a town hall meeting in US, he was begging them to, those of you that have access to your congressmen, because in US it is easy for you to talk to your representatives. You can have a one-on-one conversation with them. You can draft out a letter and pass it to the person, the congressman. They will go through it and they can have a clue, an idea of what is playing out from where you come from. If you have any requests, it is easy to pass it to them, and they will go through it as well. Many things are very, very easy to have access to in US when it comes to their politicians and all that. But everything that PM is doing now, okay, seems to be one of the best. In fact, those things that Biafrans are yearning for, those things that Mas Namadekano were pushing. If you have followed Mas Namadekano, you must have come across this video that I'm talking about. Do you remember the video where he said, don't wait for me to come to US. Are you expecting me to come to US to start talking to your congressman, that you should make a move? He was pushing them to do something about it because he was waiting for the right time to build and have government in exile like what Biafrans have now. That was the word of Mas Namadekano. Those times he was broadcasting, he has many times hall meeting in US, and Biafran were singing his names and all that. Peter, I see you. Hi, bro, you said. And Fidelis is here. Good morning. Kai reports, Dalo. Thank you, Dalo. God bless you. Biafra Exodus. My brother, I played your video, and you were not here then when I played your video. You are very, very intelligent man, to be honest with you. I like the way you drop your video and giving our people advice ahead. The one you made about saving money, withdrawing money, is something that, I mean, you just refresh our memory on that. And thank God PM also, expanded on that. Someone asked PM that question on the program that he had. I don't know if you watch it, but thank you so much for your effort. You are doing a very good job. Yeah, he said, good evening, Kai report. All must help Biafra. We move, my brother. Yeah, yeah. I love your message. I love your message. Keep doing what you are doing, my dear. You are doing the right thing. So when some of us that followed PM, followed Mas Namekano those times when he was having meetings in US, all these people that think that freedom movement is age grade meeting. We just let's go there and have fun and celebrate. No, everything that PM and the government in Israel are doing today has been the vision of Mas Namekano, and that is why when he noticed PM and the mindset that he has, he said this guy is bringing a new dimension. If you don't know dimension, you will not know somebody that bring it. Do you understand it? So he have the idea. If you don't know this thing, there's no way you know when somebody have what it takes to bring it. He was able to find out who PM is before everybody that was listening to PM. Apart from PM himself, another person that knows who Master Simon Ekpa is Master Namekano. That was why he said he's bringing a new dimension to this awareness that you are making. And the people think that some of the people are still, blaming Master Namekano for saying that. I remember the girl that called Efe. After the kidnapping of Master Namekano, she was making a broadcast that Master Namekano shouldn't have, that he is the one that caused this problem. He brought this Ekpa. He gave Ekpa a chance. He announced Ekpa. So some of us that were broadcasting, we were like, what, are we not somebody? Are we not doing something? You are doing something, but what you are doing is not up to the standard. That's level. It is easy for you to broadcast, but broadcasting and creating platform is easy. But what you are doing with it is another thing. You can't compare. Do you understand? You can't compare. That's why it is always good for you to know your level, know your standard, know what you can do and what you cannot do. You don't just try to copy people every time. People will still know that this is not you. You are different. Like me coming out and saying my mind is a privilege, isn't it? It's a privilege. This is what we all believe that it is. I mean, our right. Everybody have what they want to say. The way you see something, you have right to say it, but don't use it against other people's right. Do you understand? So try as much as you can to be polite. But when Master Namekano said PM is bringing a new dimension, some of them were very angry. And today, having known that PM carried that thing that Master Namekano have been talking about, now that Master Namekano is not here, which somehow it is painful to see that Master Namekano is in detention. It's very, very painful, and nobody is in support. But it is divine. My prayer is that he will be of good health and come back and come out very, very successful and as a hero that he is. Do you understand? Hero in the sense that you are not taking what belongs to Fulani. You are not, going after anybody's life. Hero in the sense that he is a preacher of peace. He cares for his people, something that your pastors cannot give you, which is you being who you are. That's what Master Namekano have been talking about and what he stands for. And as God may have it, he gave Master Namekano his prayers, that he answered the prayers of Master Namekano. You don't know what Master Namekano have prayed in the secret and begged God to do for him. These are things we need to put into consideration. PM did not just come out because he loved to talk on the platform. He loved to be popular. Remember, all these things that most of you are dragging with PM, oh, he wants to be popular, oh, he wants to become Master Namekano, oh, he thinks that he's what he's not. He had been that before you. I mean, you talk of political, what is the one that in South Africa said that he have political ambition? He has been in politics before you, home and abroad. He said it in the program that he had a few days ago, that he was campaigning for P2B and Atiku. Ironically, when now he said, sit at home, don't vote for P2B, there's no election in our land, don't vote, don't cast any vote because it's a waste of time. He's talking out of experience. He has always tested it and come back. And he know this. You that have not tested, you are here trying to drag what you don't know. Okay, you have gone there and you are back. So between you and him, now who is right? You understand what I'm saying? Everything that he said is as clear as day. Kano David, I see you. I see your comment. He said, well done, sir, for analysis. Thank you so much. And Emmanuel Samuel, good morning and keep it up. Thank you. Biafran Lesotho said, you are one of best Biafran media analysts. Keep it up. Wow, you are so kind. Thank you. Armstrong, one of us, our brother. I appreciate you. Good morning to you. How was your night? I hope all is well with you. So when you hear them trying to convince people who don't even know who Mazagani is, you don't even know who Mazagani is. Mazagani is not that he talk and smile with you does not mean that you don't know what he's doing. A man that have millions, thousands of people, millions of people following him. Anytime he's broadcast, nobody in Nigeria, from presidency to local government chairman to ward councillor, all of them don't command the population, the crowd that he command, even from their own region. A man, whenever he's alive, thousands of people will be watching. Some of them that claim, oh, he was insulting and abusive. Tomorrow, when he broadcasts, you are there with your pen and paper. You are not even there just to listen. Master can say, come and listen with your pen and paper. Funny enough, after they kidnap him, you start hearing from DOS telling you to come with your pen and paper. after listening to, because Master can say, come with your pen and paper and wisdom that you are going to, you must have something to take home. And go think that come with a pen and paper simply means just come with a pen and paper for imagine somebody who don't even know what is freedom. You don't even know. You are unable to study the man that you are following, let alone picking things from the history to teach other people. Do you know what it takes to impart knowledge on other people? Like PM is a good researcher, very good, renowned researcher at his age. When he tell you something, go and do your research. Go and do your research. He is there telling you the way it is, setting the record straight. And people who followed Mazman Ghana, even Mazman is so good. He was so good in what in teaching, in broadcasting. If you don't know anything about Nigeria, he would something that will take you first semester, second semester, third semester, or even 1 year to know. He will use 20 minutes to bring down everything to you. The remaining one will be coming by himself. What a teacher. Then, people that claim they followed him, they still couldn't learn anything. Surprisingly, or funny enough, when they kidnapped Mazagan, they came out they start telling you, good morning, wonderful people. We are here to preach the gospel, the good news. We are whiter and whiter than snow, trying to make Mazagan. The part that got me is when they said, come with a pen and paper. That come with a pen and paper. That part, to be honest with you, I laughed. To write what? To write Come with a pen and paper and start writing that thing in Finland. What more than in Finland? One room agitator. You wonder, what are you going to write with a pen and paper? Because they want to them, they think that wearing this red cap that have a Biafran emblem simply means that it's a wisdom. She didn't go over the I will be if man now for an candidate to be honest with you. Say come with the pen and paper. One of them said come with the pen and paper. When he listens to them, he started telling you, you know, we are the right channel. We are the right channel. It's okay. We are the right channel. US are wise. Nobody can defeat US. Okay. Nobody will defeat US. What again? We must listen to Chike. Chike is the best. It's okay. Okay, no problem. These are what you have been writing on. Then you compare to what you have been written, what you have just done from ON. Compare that kind of. In 20-30 minutes, you don't hear any meaningful thing. Not even plan, not even road plan, not even a wish. Like, I wish to have this. I wish that DOS will do this and do that. Just not even that what you are doing, just making a wish. They couldn't make a good wish. Nothing. Next thing is that don't question DOS. You should not. These are people that tell you don't question DOS. They were the one calling on phone, questioning us number the kind of one thing another. Mazi, could you please tell us? Can you please tell us? You know, these are their questions. They want to ask what is in their mind. They will treat it that somebody asked them, and they want to ask you, can you tell us when Biafra come? What are we going to do with these saboteurs? Simply be proud and man enough. Say, Maz, this is my question. They won't do it because they don't want to look like they don't want people to see them as okay. They don't really actually trust Oyendu. Instead of them to say that this is my question, they will tell you, say, somebody called me on my program. Nobody called. No. Somebody messaged me. Nobody messaged. This is my can you tell us? This is their question. What bothers them so much? Because to them is a political movement. After trying to pitch it and see what he can release, pitch, and Moses did not release anything, they started saying, okay, Mazi, you threw a job. Maybe we can do it this way. We have to build ourselves since we have population, we command population. We let us form political group, Nigerian government. So we let our men, the men with our president will not give us that. In another. Now, the same, even Mazakan said, as a gentleman, as a good man that he is, he said, okay, it's not possible that only Kano State have 44 local governments representing them in the Senate and House of Representatives. The Northerners have dominated those chances that you are talking about. There's no way you can't get it there. Only for you to get allocation for them to award you something that will benefit the entire Biafra, Nigeria, not even Biafra, because they said Nigeria, everybody is one, isn't it? So federal road that connects Kogi State, Benue, down to Nsukka, pass Enugu, go to Onitsha, Owerri, Abia, Port Harcourt, those federal roads is not, it's not something that you say, okay, we gave them, because you from the north will make use of the road, you from the west, you still make use of the road. It's not as if this road, before the road is able to dictate the skin of Igbo man and the skin of Europe. No, federal road should be federal road, but they will not build it. Instead, the one they gave to Igbo representative, those one will pocket it. Federal government have agencies that they are paying salary. They are supposed to checkmate the money they award to those politicians to do something. When they failed, get them arrested. They will initiate another law that called the immunity. That is this immunity, as a governor, they have immune that cover them, not to query them, not to. That's a sign of corrupt foundation. Because other countries don't do that. Even if a serving president will face trial. You understand? But they will tell you, once a governor, a senator, they will commit all manner of crime as a governor. No, suspecting that EFCC will come after them, they will take the remaining allocation, bribe their way to the Senate, and they will serve in Senate. And they will serve in Senate. The same immune will cover them. They will, imagine this: somebody who stole maybe 100 billion, for example, as a governor, then he served 8 good years. After 8 good years, he now go to Senate, serve again. Our memory is very, very little. We don't memorize most things. Well, as long as that year is stamped, forget about it. It's a bye-bye. They will use that one, pretend 8 years plus 8 years, 16, and those years will be spent as a. Imagine a man of 40 years spend more 16 years and use his first maybe 3 years, his first 10 as a governor, and loot what we and cover everything, and use the other one to protect his looting, while receiving more salary, which is another crime, and as a senator. Do you know that a governor that served 1999 are still receiving salary for the fact that they have served as a governor? Federal government are still paying them without anything. If instead of them to even stop them, they are adding more. And you see a Nigerian drinking pure water from somewhere from Oyo State, somewhere from Calabar, somewhere from Anambra, somewhere from Sokoto, somewhere from all of these people. You don't have anything. Your brother, your entire village have not been in the Nigerian political corridor of power, whatever. They have not tested it at all. Be making argument online. Why are you talking to Ochusokan? Ochusokan is our man. Yes, he represents Igbo people. Ochusokan is a good person. Yes, I agree that he stole money from Abia State. But the governor of Sokoto stole. Was he not stealing also? After his own, which of them is more bigger? They'll start weighing the money of these two criminals. Which of them is more? Whether it is small or big, who is suffering it? You. If you talk. Hand go touch it. Like the one of the Yoruba guy that's the new ganja celebrity. He's there with the tattoo. He drew something here on his hands. That guy made a video. That I know you. For you to know when ganja is talking. That I know you. You were born in 1985. You are 30 years. Should I go for that? Should I go for that? Should I go more? Should I say more? Something that is in Google. Just put Simon Ekpa, you see it. He's talking as if he knows PM from where they are batting him as a baby. So he's not. Do you know what it means that to bring out your face, your image, and decide that you are fighting for freedom to break up of Nigeria and all that? It's not something you don't just wake up one day and say, let me go and do it. That's why some of us are not doing it, because we don't have the strength and what it takes. Many Biafran want to be like PM. Even those of them that are calling for his head, their number one dream is to be what PM is. Some of them have the strength to do it, but they're not man enough. Because even though you have the wisdom, you have the contact, but somehow you have this spirit of fear. There's one demon living in you called fear. That is what is holding you back. And Adenika said, you are staying in Finland with your family and asking you to fight. Okay. And you are staying in, let me ask you, you are staying in Asorok, asking Nigerians to go hungry. You are staying in Asorok, looting money. You are staying in Yoruba land, asking Igbo people to go back their place. You see, this part of Afanja, thank God that you made a comment. I love that. First of all, I am not staying in Finland. All right? If you are talking to PM, there's a way to, let me advise you as a Nigerian, since you are here. Let me advise you, you are my brother, I don't hate you. I don't hate any of you. I don't hate anybody. Even Nigerian, I don't support killing of anybody. I'm not a preacher of a war. War is one of the worst things that you can experience. Are you 419? Are we 419? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Are you a 419? You should be. You look like one of them. Okay. So let me advise you, and many of these members of DOS are saboteurs. Emira, you sound like a northerner, and you are talking about Biafran. Okay. Covenant said it would have been better you get better work than gossiping around can prove your half-truth and lies. And better work, one of the better work you should have go after is you that is talking. Okay. Call in on the program now. At least we see your face first. Okay, we see your face first. And one of the better work, if you have work, why are you listening to me? Since you have, why are you online watching? You don't have work. Your work is to listen to gossipers, so I'm gossiping. And tomorrow you are begging for people to come and protest. I see one of them carrying the Nigerian flag, shouting, "There's hunger, there's hunger, there's hunger." I don't know your tribe. I dare you to mention your tribe, then I will tell you your history. If you are saying you are Igbo, call them, because for me to take you serious that you are Igbo, you have to speak Igbo. You tell me your village, I will speak your village, your own village, I will speak it to you. Reply me. In Igbo land, I challenge you to do that. If you say you know what you are saying, call in and I will challenge you now. Publicly, you get what you want. I got a phone book. You are simple, you are an idiot, you're very idiot for that matter, and I don't want to see you here again, okay? I don't want to see you here again. Get lost. Your comment is you are talking nonsense. You are talking nonsense, and this is your end for the channel. I don't know where you come from. You are people like you are very soon I start sending link. So when you hear them talking about that Simon Ekpa is this and is that, what they couldn't learn from Oyendu is what PM is doing, and they are crying. They are crying so hard. These are set of never do well, Mazikai. I have a name for such people. YouTube watchdog. YouTube watchdog. This guy that called himself Adeyinka grandson impersonator. Can you tell us what you want? Since you are in love, people like you are lover of poverty. You love poverty so much, as you do to one person. Even you don't even know the history of Yoruba people before Britain invaded West Africa. Go and read your history, your own history as a Yoruba man. What you were able to achieve, which you cannot achieve now, never. The only thing you achieve now is that you have somebody who happened to loot, chief of the looters, and illegality. That's what they have produced. To compare what you used to be. Go and check your history as a woman. You will be ashamed of yourself for what you are saying. Do you know what your ancestors have achieved as a Yoruba people? Do you know that? Have you been attention to that? We are here talking nonsense because Tinubu will wear a cap dancing for you, and your youth is dying for nothing in Mediterranean Sea, and you are happy, you are proud of it. After all, you have one rich man called a president. You have access to this one. That's what you want, and if that is what you want, I pity for your people that allow you to do that, because people like you should consider you as one of their problems. You can't. I know you're not going to write anything anymore because I have called you out and you are panicking. Anyway, let's go back to other things. And let me before I move to other things, let me say this: some people like this guy, they are the one that dominating Twitter, always using Igbo name to make jokes. When an Igbo man commit a crime or if they arrest an Igbo man somewhere, you quickly twist it, use it to Igbo people. You will fail to mention his name. I saw in the news what an Igbo man is doing in Canada, designing stuff. I will look for that video and bring it here. What they're saying is Nigerian man, a Nigerian man. But if an Igbo man commit any crime or maybe fall a victim of anything, just like every other tribe had fallen as well, an Igbo man have said this, an Igbo man. All right, this is the latest news. Okay, those ones that have many time to say this and say that, the information is that this is a financial crime, thief, internet scam, credit cards, and impersonation or whatever they call that. These are hackers in US. Okay, hackers in US. And Truth TV posted Truth Media. I don't know if Truth Media is I don't know if Jonah is Truth TV. I don't know, but it sounds like this our brother that have Remages. It sounds like his name Truth TV, and this one is Truth Media. I don't know if it's the same person or another person. He said 16 Yorubas were arrested at New York, Jersey, by the FBI for a range of financial crimes, thief, internet scams, credit card fraud, impersonation, and others. Now, the names are here. All this, there are 16 in numbers. There are 16 numbers, and these are the pictures. But this thing is not to humiliate Yorubas. Why I'm saying, I'm bringing this to you. If it were to be Igbo or other tribe, they will carry it. In Igbo man, Ndoshi, criminals. These are the what that this is what they're known for. This I have not seen anybody using this to make mockery of any tribe or Yoruba race. An individual crime should be an individual crime. Don't drag race to that. Okay? But most of you like to throw stone at other people. When they're stone, people want to bring you say, oh, don't do it now, don't do it. But you are the one, somebody who lives in a glass house, you don't bargain on a wall of stone. You have to consider that your house is made of glass. Because once that wall, that fire starts, tendency of stone, if the stone did not get you, it will get to your house. So think about it and repent. Let's move forward. So PM, like I said, moved another level to the next level. Remember, I started by telling you that this has been the dream and the prayer of Mas Namoricano to have a situation whereby Congress members will be able to know the pains and the agony of Christians in Nigeria and the pain of Biafrans and what we are going through in Nigeria. So, the message here is what PM shared about his meeting with Congress. One of the this is not the first time he has been meeting with a lot of Congress members, courtesy of different lobbyists in US. They are doing very great job. And let me remind this guy that says something, because I don't know why my mind is ringing back on what he said, this comment that he made of sending you are living in Finland and sending you boys to fight. You forgot that even your brother that is in Nasrok today, one man, is responsible to killings going on in Biafran at that moment. He had the chances to stop it. He failed because he wanted to keep on giving Fulani the access they normally have before he emerged as a president of Nigeria. Today, Nigerian army are in Southeast doing what they know how to do best. What they have been doing is not in the north central, okay, in northeast, which is going after unarmed indigenous people and tie them at will and pretend that they are Boko Haram and this and that, because the agenda is to reduce the number of other ethnic groups to the minimum that Fulani people will be the most populated and most dominant in everything. They have seized their Nigerian political space, and they are now trying to put their foot soldier on ground to destroy the population of other ethnic groups, and now have door for other Fulani from other West Africa that are stranded in those places to have a safe haven in Nigeria. Okay, you are Igbo person. Okay, no problem. Good morning, Kai Report, and morning to all lovers of freedom. Thank you. Richard said, you are right, Mr. Kai. You cannot see this news on Channels TV or Arise. Never. You are going for my there. Not even in the. I'm not talking about. I'm not even expecting it on those platforms. I'm talking about people of Renomokra of this world and other Afonjas that have opened their platform to attack and instigate problem between Igbos and the Yoruba, which is normal. It's not. It didn't start today. But the only thing, my concern is the level of the people that they just recruited, like DOS. We are no more facing DOS errors. We are not facing Afonjas errors for no just reason, for nothing whatsoever. P2B contested with your brother Tinubu, and Tinubu gave him a hand, hands down, beat him hands down, because beating Nigerian politics is all about who is more criminal. If you are more criminal, you are going to win. If you are social criminal, maybe your own is a liberal. Your own criminality is still in a liberal level. You are going to fall. So Tinubu used his strength as we have Archbishop as criminal. He used that to beat him hands down. Now, let me read this. Let's go through the Biafran international diplomacy. Last night on August 15, 2024, I had a conference call organized by Biafran lobbyists, during which Biafran government in exile lobbyists, and I spoke directly with congressmen. This is the name of the man. I think Briggs in US, Goes Briggs, RFL. I think that's a Republican of Florida. I guess that's the FL, a member of Congress who has been proactive in promoting religious freedom and human rights around the world. Biafran government in exile lobbyists and I provided an informational briefing to the congressman about the accomplishments of Biafran government in exile issue pertinent to the Nigerian government and the regional dynamic. Furthermore, I thanked Congressman Bilrikis for his active leadership on international religious freedom and for his co-sponsorship of Congressman Chris Smith's House of Resolution 82 legislation which would hold Nigerian accountable for its persecution of Christians. Congressman Brick stated that he looked forward to work with myself and the Biafran government and demonstrate sympathy and empathy for the Biafran cause. We thank the Biafran government lobbyists for making our voice heard at the highest level of the United States government. This demonstrates the success of my administration diplomatic initiative. That is from PM. And everybody, they will not, those Afon, will not see this one. He's in Finland, they're making noise. Finland, all them bad. I'm looking for this comment that you are seeing now. I'm just looking for a comment of anyone from one Nigerian list. Okay, I'm not looking for a comment. I don't want to read so that you not say you guys are happy yourself. I love oppositional comments. So people will say we come against this. I have not seen anyone. Let's see if this one will serve as that. No, this is another post. Sorry. Good morning. Simon Ekpa seems to be already also about international policy. Setting things ahead involves also all these factors. Let's good spirit. Okay, this one is just in support of what he's saying. Does it mean that no Nigerians have seen this? They have not made a comment on that. Well done, PM. Okay. I want to see, like I said, this man tags Ekpa. This man, this is what I want. This man tagged Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is comically doing the impossible and before and okay, no. He's trying to say something like, okay. He said this man tagged Ekpa. Okay, maybe you are trying to come from angle of kind of mocking them. Doing the impossible and before anyone knows what happened, you sleep in Nigeria and only wake up in Biafra. I can imagine how all Yorubas, Renos, militants from, are they calling them Renos because of rain or mockery? Is that the reason why they call them Renos? Or am I missing something about the meaning of these Renos? From South and Ndibo, who hate his dragon, will fail then. Ongoing Igbo elite will demand Biafra in 2023 if we don't get presidency. This guy, you are in the spirit. I remember those times. If they don't get presidency, you're going to do that. They know you are just oil. You can't do anything. They understand it. The people that will do something will not even brag about it. Imagine if a grown-up man who claimed that Igbos will give up on Nigeria if presidency is not given to them. After much delegation and seeing their mindset and knowing that they're able to change their tone, they hammer them with everything. If you notice, when that promise was made, none of these Nigerianists, were able to question them for why must you say that. No, but immediately they noticed that they have weakened them internally. Then it's okay, not only that we are taking it away from you, we will introduce Sharia president, which is Muslim, and that is the end. Today, the Northerners are protesting harder on Tinubu simply because their brother is advised. When their own brother was, who happened to be president of Nigeria before, called Buhari, when he was very, very down until he's no more. If I saw the one they paraded a few days ago saying that they had a meeting with former president and all that. Only God knows what happened, but that's a story for another day. What these people understand, which many of us don't know, is that they know when to go after you, they know when to invade you, they know how to hold you, and once they hold you, you can't do anything. Let's go back to the information. Okay, let's go back to the information. We are not here to do anything that we are not aware of. Now, PM talked about iduaka here. He said, finally, the internal saboteurs time has come. Okay? The special iduaka in Mossad, the special iduaka in Mossad, they have killed and sabotaged enough. The special iduaka in Mossad, Reno is different from Reno. Reno is Oduduwa language, meaning think that why we call them Renoku, which translates to death as a result of desperation. I still don't get the meaning. Sorry, you mean the name, the language? This Reno means think that. Think. Okay, in quote. Okay, think in quote. That is why we call them Reno. Okay, Renoku, which translates to death as a result of depression. Okay. So it is different from the other one. Because I've seen that word Reno. I was like, is it the same? Are they trying to connect them to Reno or what? Our PM is pressing the right button at the right time. We can only pray for his protection and God's wisdom. And your God have answered your prayer, even as you made it now. God is in charge of it. So I think that's that one. You just continue praying, like you said, and that everything will be peaceful, no war, no bloodshed, no killing. Everybody will go to their region and develop themselves. That's our prayer. I don't pray for war, God forbid. I don't wish that war will occur in our land or in any part of Nigeria. I just want everybody to understand the reason and respect yourself and save lives. Why must we fight for something that we don't even benefit anything from? So must you live with me? Must I live with you? Why must we go to that extent of killing each other? That's all I can say, because I don't think it's a wise thing to do. I don't think at all. So he talked about especially Duakanon. Okay, check the spelling Reno. Yeah, why Oduduwa language is okay, Reno. Okay, yeah. Okay, think. But why you said the meaning is think. It's think. So like this guy, let me go back to that where's the comment? Let me go back to that comment and see how the usage of that Reno that this guy used. Let me just please guys, just give me a moment. Let me see if I can locate that comment of that person. Let me see how he used that Reno. The usage of it, because one thing about words is the usage is always different from the usage will make more meaning than the meaning itself. I mean, so that you understand how to use it. Yoruba Renos. So Yoruba is it thinkers? Because he said, I cannot imagine how all the Yoruba Renos militants from South and Indibo who hate this dragon would feel then. So the Reno, is he using negative way or positive way? Because for the usage of this guy here, it sounds like it's a positive way, that since it's thinkers, Yoruba thinkers. Think. Ireno means think. Yoruba think. So what it meant, I cannot imagine how all the Yoruba think. Okay. I need to practice more to understand it well, because what you are saying here, from what it simply means think. Simply means think. Thank you for the clarity. I love that, but I have to work on it more so that I will know. Why? Because I've seen some people using it a kind of in a negative way, to a kind of calling Yorubas, like me, I love to call this Afonja as Afonja and Ifule. Now, I have seen people using that in replacement of Afonja. That's why I am a kind of confused, because if what it means is think, I don't see anything. It's not a bad word. I not a bad thing to use to describe Afonja. It's not a bad thing. There should be if the word means think, then I don't see it as a negative thing or a bad adjective to qualify them. To be honest with you, so let us not deliberate on that more. Let's move forward. Thank you. So internal iduaka that PM talked about is here, and it's still on our face. How and why? With that internal iduaka, people may misunderstand what building a nation means. People may think that it's all about bed of roses. You can do and undo. You can act anyhow without paying attention. Like most of us have lived all our lives, okay, and some have lived all their life and die without knowing what the rule of law means, because it doesn't exist in Nigeria. So it will be a new thing for us, and that is why today you see people that are betraying, talking nonsense, yapping nonsense about government. They think that is the best way to do. Rule of law will give you a chance to say what you want to say, but you don't need to cross another people's rights because you have right to say it. Do you understand? So you need to be careful and follow the law. The law will reign supreme. With that, rule of law will eradicate kabar. Kabarism in Nigeria today exists because it thrives very, very well because there's no rule of law, and they don't even intend to have it in future. So that's another thing that people need to pay attention to. That you love it, you want it, it simply means you don't know rule of law. Now, iduaka we make sure we be a way to correct negativity. Like the man that I shared with his story about what he did during the time of the Nigerian Biafran Civil War, called Victor. Is it Bojo, the one guy that were jailed, that Agui Rossi jailed in Igbo land, and Ojukwu released him and reached agreement with him that he will lead some battalion while fighting Nigerian army during 1966, 1967. And he accepted that offer. He fought, and from the side of Biafra as a Duduwa person, he fought, and through him and Biafran army were able to capture Midwest, that Bini, Aziz, and Toore. At point of hitting Lagos, they have all it takes. They have the free way to hit Lagos. When he got to Bini, he started communicating with Awolowo with the help of a British commissioner in Benin City then, and they used a radio transmitter and passed some information in German language back to, they were not translated back to, I don't know how they did it then, but I thought that what they call it, translative machine, okay, I thought is a new device, is a new technology. I don't know that that machine had been in existence, but the information I had is that they communicate through radio transmitter, private, independent transmitter. They use that. He used it to communicate with Awolowo while fighting for Biafra, and that is where he reached agreement on how to end the war internally by executing Ojukwu without people knowing. That is where Ifajina came in. Him himself, both Ifajina and him were in prison. Ifajina were in prison because the same Victor, he participated in coup they told you that it's Igbo coup. He's one of the soldiers that carried it out, and Agui Lonsi jailed him. Okay, that's what I was told, and I wasn't there. Then the Ifajina himself were part of them as well. Both of them participated in the coup, and Ojukwu got 2 of them released just to fight because their soldiers were trained by British Army and all that. Now they joined Biafran. They were leading battalions and troops to fight Nigerian army during that civil war, and this Bonjo Victor had communication with Awolowo and all that, and mind you that the aim of that coup was to make Awolowo president as of that time. Okay, now this man, after declaring of civil war, declaring of Biafran independence, he was not comfortable with the Ojukwu's move to have country of his own like Biafra. He was not. He don't buy that idea. He don't like it. But there is no way he will air his point. His view. So he still believes that Nigeria should come back together and continue again. He took side to fight for Biafra because he had no option. Fighting for Biafran and communicating with Awolowo is a double standard activities, and he engaged on that. He was caught on that, and he later confessed that he did it. Now, at the end of it all, he was being executed just to prove to other saboteurs that this is what you cannot do in Biafra land. I'm talking about it internal iduaka. That's why I intend to tell you this story. So, internal iduaka somehow is brutal. Somehow is what is inevitable. Unless you want to keep nursing necessity, maybe you feel that you can manage it. It's up to you. But time will tell. Another person will suffer. Even though Ojukwu releasing Victor and Ifajina sounds like a mistake, because Ojukwu were desperate in needing. He was so much in need of commanders. Okay, that is why he used them to do that. But one of the reasons why Adekunle, they call the Scorpion, stands as, ended like a hero, is because of sabotage of Victor and Yoruba guy that Ojukwu, allowed to participate. He sabotaged a lot of things because Biafran army, he was one that pulled Biafran army from Midwest, pulled them out from Abo, all those houses from Calabar. He pulled them out without Ojukwu knowing, and pulling them out. Nigerian use speedboats and take over those areas. So the intention is not only that. It's not as if Biafran failed to conquer Lagos. They still lose the one they have captured previously because of his intention of maintaining one Nigeria. This story is out there. You can search it on your own, and there are more things that I'm not going to I may not be aware of it. You may have chance to read more and find out what happened during that time. In Ghana, there was a time their government was so corrupt. There were a lot of corruption, a lot of bad people in the system of their government, in their power, in everything. Ghanaians, by the man called Jerry Rollins, I think that's his name. He managed to go through internal iduaka, and through internal iduaka, Ghana was built to an extent, even though it takes black people a lot to maintain decency, like a good environment. Today, Ghana they are still practicing, they still have some corrupt system, but not to compare with the one in Nigeria. They would have more corrupt system than what Nigeria have today. But somebody, step up and carried something out, which was what was soldiers, Zogo and Co. were trying to do in Nigeria to sanitize the environment for better future. And They turn it around. They start telling you that it's the Igbo queue, the Igbo people are bad, Igbo people are this. They fail to understand the contents of that. Is it Igbo's fault that you have many number of corrupt politicians from your region? Just think about it. Anyway, let's not debate on who is it right thing, is it wrong thing about it. Killing is killing. I'm not support of it, but when you see the dangerous plan of these politicians ahead of you that will even hit your children, the mess that they're creating in Nigeria today in the name of decision making will take years for people to correct it. Do you understand? It will take years for people to correct it. So, my people, I just want to share this with us. The internal iduaka, what do you think about it? Is it something that you can support or not? Your opinion does not matter at the moment because Biafra in the state of liberation. So it's not the time of you telling us or fighting, agitating against. Before. That's where I see it, and that's the way I feel that you yourself should see it. Thank you so much for your time. We have come to an end of this special broadcast. We are going to come back again. Okay, we are going to come back again sooner or later. But please don't forget to like the video, share it, and comment. Tell us what you think about what we have discussed so far. If you are new, please subscribe. Yeah, the people that were making nonsensical comments, you are lucky that I did not block the comment section. I did not block it because I felt that people that are watching and are somehow sensible. But I don't know that this locking that you must subscribe before you comment have been hindering you guys from commenting nonsense. Since I allow you to do it now, you may not have the opportunity again. But maybe let's see. Doze said Reno or Mokre is different from Reno, which means Oduduwa language. Which means is that what it means? Is Oduduwa language? No. Our brother have told us what it means. It means stink. Reno means stink. That's what our brother said here, and I believe he's from Oduduwa. And those say you are not from Oduduwa now. So let's take the one that the Oduduwa person said. It means stink. But yes, it's Oduduwa language. Thank you for that. Thank you for commenting. And yes, you are right. Owepala said. So guys, thank you so much, and see you again. Bye bye for now.